Yes, good morning. So last class, last lecture series, we see about how to construct the pentagon pyramid for front view and top view of the given solid. Okay, now we have to move for the third step. Okay, so just to recall the previous step, how to construct this diagram. So the very much important, we considering the two data, that is base length is 25 mm and the height is 75 mm and the incline angle is 45 degree to HP. So these are the data I have to consider for this diagram. Okay, so next step, what I have to do is the first step is I have considered the pentagon. You know the all the very well, and you have considered the second. Okay, so now we have to move for the third diagram. So how to consider the third diagram means, so what is the angle is given, so that 45 degree to HP. Okay, the HP means the tiltation will be there in top view, that is a front view to that is above the XY line. If in case VP problem is like the tiltation view is can be there in downward of the reference line. Okay, so here what is the data is given 45 degree. So now we have to consider, that is a simple trick for this problem, how to construct this line. Why? Because this is the inclination part. Okay, so you have to place the compass, and protractor is very much useful, essential for this diagram. It is not if you're wrong in the, if you're doing any wrong in this area, the entire problem will collapse. Okay, so now we have to consider carefully, we have to proceeding for the this third diagram. Okay, so what is the data is given 45 degree to HP. Now we have to do is, so 90 degree minus theta. So this is the trick for problem for this diagram. Okay, so whatever angle is given in your problem, you have to memorize that is a 90 minus 45. Okay, what is the angle you got? 45. So for example, here the same data is given, same data will be arrived. Okay, so now I consider is like a 30 degree. So that 30 degree is given your problem. Okay, so what I have to do, so 90 degree minus 30 degree. Okay, 90 degree minus 30 degree. So then you have to consider is like a 60 degree. So now this is the angle you got. Okay, what is the angle you got? 60 degree. So next step you have to consider, what I have to do is, you have to place the point on the any reference line. Okay, that is the right side of your previous diagram, that is the second diagram. So now we have to mark, place the potato over here. What is the angle you got? Not in given your data, but what is the calculation or hint we have to using, no? So that angle we are, what angle you have to arrive, that angle you have to mark it on. Okay, what is the angle you got? 60 degrees. So I have to mark it as a 60 degree. So before that, you have to measure the distance between A dash and C dash. So what is the line length value you got? Okay, so for example, you got if of 25, no, it's like around a 30 or 35, something you got a certain value. It is not a whole value, it's like a 32 or 33 also you got 33.5, likewise you got the data. So now you order the data you got, you just you have to mark it as a 60 degree. Along the 60 degree, you have to fix this point, you mark the line is like a 33.5. So that is the line is very important. That is a point here I have to draw like this. Okay, so I have to assume this diagram I have to fix in this corner. Okay, so this solid can be tilted in this direction. So that is the angle is given 30 degree. So now you have to consider this is my 30 degree. Okay, so next step what you have to do is, what is the distance you have to measure in this diagram, the same distance you have to mark in this third diagram. Okay, what is that? A dash, C dash, and then O dash, and then B dash, D dash, and C dash. Okay. Similar, what do next step is, you have to join in the all the lines. Before going to join the all the lines, where is your O dash here? Here is my O dash. What is the height value is given a problem? The 70 mm. Okay. So from this data, you have to proceed the 70 mm line length. Okay, that is your O dash. Okay. Now you have to consider, you have to join in the all the corners like A dash, C dash, you have to join in with O dash. B dash, D dash also you have to join in with O dash. C dash also you have to join in with the O dash. Okay. The next step you have to consider, you have to draw the projection line towards the downwards. Like A dash, C dash, you have to project it downwards. O dash also you project it downwards. B dash, D dash also you project it downwards. C dash also you have to project it, and similar O dash also you have to project it downwards. Well, once you have to complete, okay, the diagram is over. Okay, why? Because the last diagram only you are tracing the point, you have to construct the final view. There is no additional dimension part, is there is no there in your fourth diagram. Okay, so just you have to consider the vertical line. No, after that you have to consider the horizontal line from the each corner like E, D, C, B, A. So once you have to consider all the line, you just these two lines are is meeting at a certain point. For example, E dash is meeting with here, and also A dash is meeting with here. So B dash D dash also similar meeting with D and B, and C dash also meeting with C, and O dash also meeting with O. So next step, what you have to do? So you have to join in the all the lines similar what you have to construct in top view. Like A is joining B C C B B C A B B C C D and D. Okay, so now we have to consider this part while coming look up from the top view of the given solid. This area is not visible, so that only this slide I have to mark it as a hidden line. So what is the next step I have to do? The all the lines are getting joining with O dash. So similar, I have to joining with O dash. So only the C dash, this corner is not visible when I'm looking the top view of the solid. Okay, so that only this line only is coming under the outer line. The remaining lines coming under the plane line. Okay, is the object line. Okay, this is my third step, and also this is my fourth step of the given line. Okay, so this is the projection of solid with the conditions of incline to HP. Okay, thank you.